Alright, YouTube. Really low quality video in terms of the recording equipment. I'm using my phone, but I'm using my phone just because I'm being spontaneous, and sometimes that's good. I wanted to talk to you guys about a few things, thank a few people, and expand on a thought that I had last night. Anyway, first things first, thank you if you've been following me on Instagram or Facebook. You'll know that my daughter's been in hospital. She had a seizure last Sunday and wasn't breathing for a long time. Had it intubated. Anyway, she's breathing again. So thank you to everyone who's sent lots of prayers and support and all that. Means a lot. The other thing I want to talk about this Saturday. What is it for me right now? It's Tuesday night. So this Saturday I have a super match up against Fatali Mateo. Fatali is a 125 kilo beast. He's built like Maui. He is stronger than me in a lot of senses. But I intend to really show that man what it means to be dedicated to this sport. And I'm going to 6-0 him. I think it's within me. I think I can 6-0 this man. So I'm going to record this match on Saturday, give it my best shot at 6-0ing Fatali. I know he's hungry too. The thing about Fatali is he's always been a super strong guy. When he arrived in the sport, he was mega. And I've never doubted how strong he is. I know he's stronger than me. His hand is like friggin' axe. But anyway, Fatali is a real deal. But and I know his interest in the sport in the last 6 months has peaked. And he's called me out because he believes he can beat me, and I love that. And I love people trying to climb ladders, and he's trying to climb a ladder. We're actually 2-2 historically. I won the last two matches, so he's trying to correct that after he started out against me when I was a bit lighter getting victories. But anyway, he's 125, I'm 93. 6 rounds this Saturday. It's coming up. It'll be on my YouTube channel that night. Yeah, so that's another big one. But the thoughts that I had last night that I wanted to expand on, I was just thinking about, I was talking to a buddy from Sydney about arm wrestling philosophy, and you guys know I love to dive deep into arm wrestling philosophy. So we dove deep into some arm wrestling philosophy. We're talking about, ready goes, we're talking about why someone who isn't as strong as someone else can still ultimately defeat that person in a match. And we talked about the nuances of ready goes, and we talked about what it means to be fast off the go. And as soon as I gave it some thought, I responded to my buddy saying, I think speed in whatever your groove might be it a hook, a top roll, press, side pressure, back pressure, whatever your groove is, speed in that groove is just simply not enough. For your opponent to allow you to hit that groove requires a lot of luck. Some opponents, their styles afford you that opportunity, and you just feel great against them. You hit in, bang, they were never stopping you from hitting your groove. So you get to be fast. But I would say the majority of opponents that you'll face, they're not going to naturally, given their style, actually allow you to just freely access your groove. So speed becomes an issue, and we talk about speed a lot in arm wrestling. A lot of people say, how do I get faster? How do I defeat someone that's fast? There's a lot of considerations that go on. And my thoughts after I sat there and considered what I would type back to my buddy, I landed at the place that I think speed off the go and winning that first and most critical inch. I'm not talking about all the way to the pad. I'm talking about the inch that means the match is yours. The inch that means you're in control. The inch that means your opponent no longer has access to the full potential of their strength. Winning that inch is all that matters to me. I'm a counter-attacking arm wrestler. I'm happy to sit in an endurance battle. I'll go best of 51 with anyone on the planet, and I think that I got a good chance. I know, 51, it's a lot of arm. But back to the point, what I think truly enhances your strength most and actually is a multiplying force to your strength, and it is the biggest factor, I believe, that actually levels the playing field between someone who's here and someone who's here for power. And that is the ability to protect and deny the ability for your opponent to block the vector that matters to you most. Now, you know in your mind, you know in your body, you know in the feel of your hand, your arm, you know where you're most connected. Your opponent's going to be a different shape and size every time. No two arm wrestlers feel the same. However, you, as you become a more experienced arm wrestler, you're going to become aware of what is ultimately your most connected groove. And now it's not enough to just simply try to hit that groove. You need to learn to master the manipulations in the setup to actually deny your opponent's ability to actually block that groove. You need to deny their opponent. You need to deny your opponent any ability to actually put any eggs in that basket. And the way to do that is genuine threat. I've heard Devin Lara talk about it. Genuine threat somewhere opens the door somewhere else. Genuine threat, not perceived or just fake threat, but real genuine threat. If you're going to be launching with a pronation top roll based attack, you really do need to have significant genuine threat here. You really do need to have significant genuine threat with your supination. You really do need to have genuine threat with your shoulder line. Have those things all genuine. That will cause your opponent to actually they will need to respond to that. Because if they don't respond to that, they will sense that you're just going to walk straight through on all of those vectors. Now, when they do respond to that, you don't back off. You keep them responding to that. Now they have set themselves up to be extremely vulnerable to the pronated top roll hit. Now, if in the setup you have achieved this, if in the setup you can sense that your opponent is responding to your genuine threats in all areas that you don't intend on actually going, that is the perfect scenario to appear very fast off the go. If the more you can make your opponents respond to every other vector that you intend, every other vector with the exception of the one you actually intend on going, the more you can make them respond to that, the easier it's going to be to change back to the vector that you want to hit and absolutely destroy it. Hit that vector with everything you've got and you'll look tremendously fast. Now, the other side of the coin is how do you make someone feel? How do you make someone who typically or by their reputation is fast, how do you make them slow? It's the same thing. It's control the vectors that are accessible in the setup. Ultimately, when you grip someone that's just far too strong for you, they can control all vectors and you actually feel like you've got nothing. Try to put a hit on someone who's stronger than you, it's just not going to happen. You're not going to look fast any day of the week. But the name of the game in arm wrestling is when we take on opponents that are ultimately at the similar level of us. What we really are trying to do in the combat sense is to become arm wrestlers that can defeat other arm wrestlers who are just as strong or even perhaps stronger than we are. It's one of the best things about the sport. I truly love that the weaker man can win if his execution is on point. I've really lived that a lot. I believe it wholeheartedly. The people I hang with constantly, they usually are stronger than me. And it's because I really study, I really dedicate myself to the execution, as well as dedicating myself to the strength side of this sport. So guys, in summing up, the way to be fast off the go is to make your opponent respond to other vectors, to other directions, genuine threats in areas where you don't actually intend on going. If they don't respond to them, if you try to create a genuine threat somewhere else, but they're non-responsive of it, that's alarm bells. That's alarm bells that when you hit, it's not going to work. But a genuine threat that is responded to from your opponent creates a very nice open door for you to launch your best possible attack into. Now, this takes refinement. Grip up with as many different people as you can. Know your own game and know how to protect that one vector that you want to hit. Don't telegraph that you're going to hit it. Telegraphing that you can hit your ace is B grade stuff. People might know your ace, But it doesn't matter that someone knows my ace if my genuine threat is on my B move. If I make them genuinely scared of my B move before they go, my A move is going to be even better. Anyway, guys, glad I put that video out because I had a good chat. It was kind of fresh in my mind, so I wanted to do it. So I do apologize for the lack of amazing videography skills in this one. This is with my phone. And I got a really red face right now. Partly because I'm drinking wine, and partly because I'm on an antibiotic at the moment that makes me vulnerable to the sun. Anyway, guys, take care. I'll see you guys this Saturday. I'm taking on Fatali. The video will be uploaded on my YouTube channel shortly after the match. Alright, guys. See ya.